Michael Young. Wendell, I said to you we were going to have a lot of conversation about different things, and one of the things I wanted to touch upon is people that do not get recognized very much, but have been with this organization for quite some time. We all know them very well, but people that are in the stands or people watching the game really don't know a terrific or an amount of these people and what they might do, the capacity, and how they've helped you through 30 years of being with the Chicago Wolves. And I got to start with Billy Bentley. Billy's in the shadows. You don't know anything about Billy, and sometimes it worries me, but what a great individual he is.
He's one of the most pure people you want to meet. Trustworthy is probably the biggest word for him.
What does he do? What's his title?
His title's assistant GM,
right.
And he had some before me. Being GM, he had some other title, but he's a modern day assistant GM. Sure. He handles so much for me, and I keep telling him he can't leave, because if he leaves, I'm screwed. Let's put it bluntly. And that's why I introduce him all the time. I said, he does all the work, and when I do all the hockey type thing, but a lot of the filing and all these things with the league, and there's so many things that people don't see. Travel, like dealing with meals and hotels and, immigration, all that. Billy does all that stuff, and he's unbelievable at it. And he's the type of guy, and I go, Billy, we should do this. He goes, I already did it. Here, I'll send it over to you. Or I already emailed it to you. Or, it's here's a copy. Like he is so far ahead. Like zero worry anytime with Billy, because he's so trustworthy. And, as my wife said, there's only a few people you can tell a secret to, and he's one of them.
He doesn't say a lot about the hockey side of it, but I know he knows a lot. Do you ever talk in that respect?
He knows his lane.
Yeah.
And because he's never played the game, but he knows the game really well, and he sees things all the time. And he sees things, and I'll go in and I'll talk about the game, and he'll say what he saw, and he's bang on. He knows what he's talking about. Very good at that. But he does see a lot more than most people would probably see, and he sees it. And and typical Billy. If I ask him a question, he'll have the answer, and he'll have something on it. And like, he sees what guys are like he knows personalities, he knows traits on the ice, he knows all that stuff, and he's very good at it. And he is such a godsend for this organization, because there's so much that goes on. There's insurance, I can name so many things he looks after, and he's so good at it. He's so efficient, and you like having somebody on your side, and I said he's my assistant GM, but I think we're on par in that office.
Let's talk about my producer for these segments, Courtney Mahoney, who is sitting here, but seriously, just a tremendous amount of work goes into any production of a game like we see, and she's been there for a long time, doing a great job.
As we talked about Billy too, true friend, a lot of unbelievable traits. It's been unbelievable for the organization in so many ways, right from the start, when she came in as an intern, and a wide-eyed intern, and now she's the president of the organization, for good reason. But there's so much goes on, and people don't see it. Why we are so good in the community and why we're so well respected is because of people like Courtney, and just the whole, the charity, and dealing with the players and dealing with the wives. And I don't think people know the amount that goes into running a team. They think you just pick players and they show up and they play. That's the small part, and that's the easy part. And when the actual game starts, it's so easy. It's everything else behind the scenes, and the way Courtney treats the wives and the girlfriends, and the players are happy when their spouses and girlfriends are being treated right, and the families are coming in and all that stuff. So a tremendous shout out to Courtney. It's a reason why people like Courtney and Billy and Ubi are the reason why our organization is the way it is. It's about organizations, and I'll use an Ubi quote. Teams don't win, organizations win, and that's a big part.
And the community. There's one reason why everyone knows about the Chicago Wolves is all the events that take place that she works on, whether it's charity or schools, etc.
And it says something for for that because the guys don't mind doing it, and I've seen on teams where guys just dread going doing charity events, but the importance of charity and the community for our organization, and Courtney stresses it. People see the passion, and people feed off the passion, and that's why the players don't have an issue doing it because they feed off of Courtney's passion.
Noreen Gilner, she's been around too. She's helped me tremendously on different things, whether it's travel, et cetera, but
nicest lady in the world, but we call her the hammer. If you need something done and get her on the phone, the answer is never no to her. And it's funny because she's the nicest, sweetest person ever. Big part of our office, and within our office, she's the fourth. So it's me, Gene, Billy, and Noreen at our practice facility, and Noreen does so much behind the scenes. Again, looking after travel, and she's a warrior. She worries about things. We're on the road. When we're on the road, she's still texting and making sure the meal's good, make sure the bus driver knows it. And she's really she's a mother to actually to the three males in the office. Nice. Noreen's the mother, and she looks after so much for us. And she's just a great person, and a good person. And again, we're talking about people that why our organization's the way it is because of the continuity in our organization. People aren't leaving, they're staying, and good people stay, and they're appreciated in our organization, and that's why we have so much of that continuity.
That's why they had to be noted too.
Yes,
absolutely. We'll be back with more Chicago Wolves hockey after this.